130 new cases of COVID-19 reported in Arkansas since Sunday. That's the single largest increase in a 24-hour period so far in the state. We appreciate you being with us tonight. I'm Jennifer Piñate.
And I'm Chad Mira. There are now 1,410 positive cases of COVID-19 in Arkansas. Of those, 74 people are in the hospital. That is 8 more than reported yesterday. 28 COVID-19 patients are on a ventilator, 30 have died. 391 people have recovered from the virus. More than 19,000 people have tested negative.
Arkansas Secretary of Health Dr. Nate Smith saying the large jump in cases is a result of 2 outbreaks inside prisons. 98 of the new 130 positive tests are from 2 correctional facilities in Arkansas. 43 of the 46 inmates in a single barrack at the Cummins unit have tested positive for COVID-19. Cummins is a state correctional facility south of Pine Bluff. No staff tests have come back positive. 55 positive cases were reported at the Federal Corrections Institute in Forest City. This includes inmates, staff, and an independent contractor.
Focus our testing energy and capability to identify and isolate the breakout of the virus within that environment.
These are high-risk settings where COVID-19 can spread very easily, very rapidly, but they're also closed systems, and they don't necessarily represent the situation in Arkansas in general.
So what's being done to slow the spread? Dr. Nate Smith says the state is selectively testing incarcerated populations, and restrictions for visitors have been in place at state facilities since early March and continues. Little Rock Community Corrections also has an outbreak of COVID-19, as does a rehab center in central Arkansas.
Now, if you look at a breakdown by county, there are 50 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Benton County, 43 in Washington. Carroll County reporting 2 positive cases, and Madison still at 1. That case was reported last week. Now, taking a look at cases in the River Valley, Franklin and Scott counties each reporting 1 positive case of the coronavirus. 2 cases in Logan County, 3 in Crawford, and Sebastian County has 10 cases. There are 13 in Johnson County. Dr. Anthony Fauci with the federal COVID-19 task force says the U.S. could reach its peak for COVID-19 cases in the coming week or so.
Arkansas's medical community says our peak could come a little later. Community clinic Dr. Gary Berner says his best guess is the middle of June for things to start to return to normal.
Our numbers are doing a lot better than some of the scary projections. Now, that doesn't mean that things are going great, but that our efforts have helped us to do better than what was projected.
Berner agrees with Fauci in that the country could see a gradual reopening of certain businesses, but expect preventative measures to stay in place for a while after our peak.
In continuing coverage of the coronavirus pandemic, more than 130,000 unemployment claims have been filed since the start of the COVID-19 health crisis in Arkansas. Arkansas Secretary of Commerce Michael Preston says if you filed for unemployment the week ending April 4th, you can expect your check or funds to be in your account today. Moving forward, state officials say if you have filed for unemployment, you should check your online claims weekly. And keep an eye on your bank accounts. Tens of millions of Americans will get coronavirus stimulus payments by this Wednesday. That's according to a senior Treasury Department official. The first payments were deposited Friday night, several days ahead of schedule. The Trump administration tells Congress the first payments will be to people who filed tax returns in 2019 or 2018 and received funds through direct deposit. Paper checks should go out starting in early May.
It's been a tough time for many of us, and if you need help with food, there are several organizations that can help. The Northwest Arkansas Food Bank is hosting its first ever pop-up mobile food pantry. That's tomorrow. It will be at the Salvation Army of Northwest Arkansas in Fayetteville. It starts at 10 a.m. and will end at noon or until there are no more donations to give out. And our pets, well, they need food too. The Northwest Arkansas Humane Society for Animals is holding a drive-through pet food handout this weekend. Starting at 9 a.m. on Saturday, families can stop by the parking lot next to the shelter on East Nursery Road in Rogers. Volunteers will load a 40-pound bag of dry food and 1 bag of dog treats into your car. The drive-through will be open until 3 p.m. or until supplies run out.
While telehealth is becoming more popular, not all conditions, like skin cancer, can be virtually evaluated. So a dermatology clinic is taking its healthcare services outside. On the at 5 tonight, Ozark Dermatology announces 3 new curbside clinics at its Fayetteville, Bentonville, and Siloam Springs locations. Dr. Jamie Abbott says there are some people who they just have to see in person to treat.
Our main goal here is to really protect the safety, as I said, of our patients in our community, to make sure that there's uninterrupted care for urgent conditions of the skin, and to ideally prevent people from feeling that their only option is go to the emergency department for these skin issues.
All patients are screened for COVID-19 symptoms before being allowed onto the property. They are then evaluated and treated in their vehicle. Only if deemed medically necessary will they be told to go inside for further treatment.
In Bentonville, a new drive-through COVID-19 testing sign opens in the parking lot of the Walmart home office. Anyone who meets CDC testing criteria can be screened for the virus, but you need to schedule an appointment first. The site is open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the intersection of Southwest 8th Street and South Walton Boulevard. Quest Diagnostics has a survey online to help you determine if you do qualify. We have a link to that right now on our website.
A senior center is working to keep its residents' spirits up during these challenging times.
Coming up, how it's keeping residents engaged and mentally healthy as this crisis continues.
And we mourn the loss of Tavares Jackson, who died in a car accident last night. Coming up here from his college coach at Arkansas, Houston Nutt.
And coming up in your weather forecast, we went from warm and stormy now to cold and snowy potentially overnight tonight. And it looks like snow accumulation is likely, but just how much? We'll answer that coming up in your forecast after the break.
You're watching KNWA News at 5 with Jennifer Pignate, Chad Mira, and Chief Meteorologist Dan Scott. Closed captioning is sponsored by Air Control. Lewis Automotive Group is proud to sponsor KNWA Northwest Arkansas News.
Protecting your family is paramount in this life. Air of the Ozarks wants to help with our complete indoor air quality package at a limited time big discount. All of this for only $19.99. Save over $1,100 off our normal pricing. Call us today for details.
Washington Regional is proud to have earned Comprehensive Stroke Center designation, the highest level of stroke care in Northwest Arkansas. Along with the region's only 24/7 in-person care from stroke specialists, Washington Regional also offers the area's only minimally invasive stroke treatment options, advanced neurosurgical care, and neurosurgical ICU. When it comes to stroke, every second counts. Washington Regional is here for you when time matters most. Learn more at wregional.com/strokecare.
Hi, this is Travis Toller from Williams Tractor. Spring is here, and now is the perfect time to upgrade your life with a Hustler zero-turn lawnmower.
The Hustler Super Z stands apart with the acclaimed VX4 deck technology and unmatched hydraulics. At speeds up to 14 miles per hour and an 11.7-gallon fuel tank, you'll enjoy the incredible productivity of the Hustler Super Z.
Come in today and find our entire line of Hustler zero-turn mowers at any of our Northwest Arkansas locations. Williams Tractor, proudly serving our customers since 1973.
We really feel like we got a lot of value out of this home. We just felt like this is a builder that cared about the little things that make a big difference. We were just looking for a quality, well-built home, and we felt we got that and more.
We all know the world is a little chaotic right now.
We get it. This time can be stressful, but we're all in this together.
So be kind, love your neighbor, take a deep breath, and talk to a friend.
And we'll get through this together.
Protecting your family is paramount in this life. Air of the Ozarks wants to help with our complete indoor air quality package at a limited time big discount. All of this for only $19.99. Save over $1,100 off our normal pricing. Call us today for details.
Tonight, the 3 keys to bringing the economy up to speed and the obstacles in the way. Also, we'll take you inside a trial of a promising COVID treatment and the potential breakthrough just weeks away when we see you on NBC Nightly News.
Now, from Fayetteville, high on the hill, this is your Big Trail Nation Report. Sponsored by Crane Automotive Team,
Former Hog Tavares Jackson passed away in a car accident Sunday night in Alabama at the age of 36. Jackson played for Arkansas in 2001 and 2002 and spent time as the backup to Matt Jones. T-Jack most recently coached quarterbacks at Tennessee State. He finished his time as a Hog going 17 of 48 through the air for 196 yards and a touchdown. Jackson went on to win second-team All-SWAC honors at Alabama State and was selected in the second round by the Minnesota Vikings back in 2006. He was Russell Wilson's backup, winning a Super Bowl ring in 2014 with Seattle. We caught up with the man who coached Jackson at Arkansas, Houston Nutt.
Very humble, easygoing, and we're always listening, great listener. And you knew that he had great talent. You knew that. Unbelievable arm, NFL arm, strong, strong, strong. But you just love the way he carried himself. And I just love his character and his attitude.
You know, sad occasion. You know, Jack was more than a teammate to me. You know, he was a brother. We came to the U of A together. We were roommates. You know, stayed in contact, got a chance to visit each other. And, you know, I mean, just a special guy.
That's Darius Howard, former Arkansas running back. We'll have much more on Jackson's passing coming up at 6.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with Chief Meteorologist Dan Scott.
Thanks, Drew, for that. Definitely some sad news coming out of the Pig Trail Nation. Let's take a look here, first of all, at the cold air. That's some sad news as well. Really chilly temperatures. You're feeling it out there, and you might be thinking, is it supposed to get this cold this late? And yeah, on average, the average last freeze is April 16th, and that's pretty much right on schedule. The difference is, though, is as we get really cold in a couple of mornings, that could be a killing freeze, and that's pretty close to the latest date on record, which is April 16th, set back in 1953. Had a beautiful start to the morning, sky-wise, but the temperature-wise, it was just downright brutal outside. Wind chills in the teens to lower 20s thanks to the cold front that moved in. You can see all that cloud cover. Look at the low temperatures around Benton County in the 30s. Drake Field right about freezing at 33. And you got temperatures in the mid to upper 30s in Fort Smith, 32 in Grove. Here is a look at what we've got for our weather headlines. Believe it or not, and I think this happens, a wintry mix to light snow tonight. Light is the key word, but it still could accumulate, and it could be up to an inch in higher elevation spots. Now, keep in mind we're talking about car hoods, windshields, you know, metal objects, fence posts, elevated surfaces. Roads aren't going to be an issue. Bridges and overpasses still, though, you just never can say they'll be perfectly fine, especially with a little bit of a light breeze and temperatures dropping off. We do have warming later on this week and storm chances next Saturday, and you're like, well, the ground conditions are so warm, and we were 70 degrees yesterday before the rain and the storms moved in. And yes, but it doesn't take much to cause a slick spot on the roadway, but I really don't expect widespread travel, so I just want to put that out there. Wind chills are in the upper 30s to lower 40s across the area now. We had gusts over 30 miles an hour, but the winds have lightened up, and they will be lighter tonight. And that's going to allow those temperatures to drop off, and that's why there is a freeze warning. And this goes from midnight tonight tomorrow morning into 9 a.m. on Tuesday, and that includes northwest Arkansas. So what's the culprit of this? Well, even though there's cloud cover rolling in, we've got some precipitation that's moving in, and that will evaporate, and that causes the air temperature to drop a little bit. Then we have this ribbon of snow. You can actually see it extending all the way from western Oklahoma into eastern New Mexico. That's making a beeline for northwest Arkansas. Here's the upper level energy that's associated with it. So there's plenty of lift moving in as that low pushes off to the east. Temperatures right now are in the mid-40s, but will drop off into the lower and middle 30s to start off your Tuesday. And thunderstorms, not really an issue around here. Instead, it's a wintry mix. So we went from thunderstorms yesterday to a wintry mix about 36 hours later. You gotta love northwest Arkansas weather. And there it is showing up, and it continues now, especially southern Washington County, the Boston Mountains. I think that's gonna be the bullseye for the heaviest snow accumulation, up to an inch caused on grassy surfaces, elevated areas, higher elevations. You can see that precipitation moving out. When we look at this, you can notice the higher totals right there across southern Washington County. Still a little bit of snow expected, though, in Benton County. And here's a look at the different accumulation maps, and they vary. Some of them don't show much at all farther north, and then others kind of show a blanket of a light dusting. There's the European. GFS, of course, is the highest amount, and then you got the NAM that shows around ½ inch to an inch. So that's not out of the question to see just a little bit of light snow. Let's show you the 2-day forecast timeline. It was drop off to about 32 degrees now on Wednesday morning. Cover up the plants because we get cold down into the mid-20s. And there you see those precipitation chances. 40% of light snow overnight tonight, starts after midnight, goes until about 11, 12 o'clock noon. And then you'll notice those rain and storm chances returning. But look at the temperatures, though, Jennifer Chad, bouncing back close to 70 degrees by the weekend. That's just a head scratcher. Yeah,
it sure is. But you know what? I'm so glad to see those great temperatures return and some sunshine there as well.
We'll need it. We'll need something to look forward to.
All right, coming up, visitor limitations putting a toll on local seniors during this time of self-isolation.
After the break, how a nursing home is spreading its wings and putting smiles on its residents' faces.
Lighting Emporium is proud to sponsor KNWA, Northwest Arkansas News.
We had moved here. I had an air conditioner go out, and it was the day that we'd brought my son home from the hospital, and I was desperate. Got a call back from Pascal immediately. The advisor that came out first was honest and did things to help my son, who was in a great deal of pain. You all were just incredible. It was personal, what you all did with my son. It was a lot more than an air conditioner. I wouldn't trade Pascal.
Hey, Northwest Arkansas. Are you looking for a custom piece of furniture? Maybe a sofa in that specific fabric you just love? Well, Sam's Furniture is the place for you. We've got over 50 living room styles available in hundreds of custom fabrics. You can even select your own wood color, nail head trim, arm styles, and so much more. All custom orders are made in America and can ship in as little as 30 days. For all your custom furniture needs at guaranteed lowest prices, shop Arkansas's largest furniture destination. Get it at Sam's.
Joe here with Sam's Furniture, and let me tell you, Sam's is the best place to shop. We've got a 170,000 square foot selection, a $4 million in-stock inventory, same-day delivery, and the best customer service voted by you. Why shop anywhere else? We've got the furniture and value that's right for you. Plus, with a diner, an arcade, and a man cave, we make shopping fun. So for the best selection, lowest prices, and a family fun atmosphere, shop Arkansas's largest furniture destination. Get it at Sam's.
Why does Cadell Rentals fight for you? Because you work hard for everything you have. Because living in debt shouldn't mean living in fear. Because filing for bankruptcy can mean a second chance. If you're overwhelmed with debt and creditors are calling you, call Cadell Rentals today. We'll help you avoid foreclosure, reorganize your debt, and put you on the path to financial recovery. That's why we fight.
Call Cadell Reynolds at 800-671-4100 today.
Tuesday morning on KNWA Today, the top local headlines you need to start your day.
Plus, we've got the latest information on the coronavirus in Arkansas.
And tracking snow overnight, a cold Tuesday forecast. We'll see you in the morning.
You're watching KNWA News at 5.
For the past month, nursing homes have suspended in-person visitations to protect residents during the coronavirus pandemic.
Our Jesse Pierre shares how staff at a Springdale Senior Center is working to keep its residents' spirits up during these challenging times.
Isolation can be tough for anyone. Now imagine being at a nursing home and not being able to get visits from loved ones like you're used to. Well, a project at a local nursing home is changing that, bringing over another visitor to keep residents engaged and mentally healthy. The COVID-19 crisis has put a stop to all in-person visits at nursing homes across the state, leaving staff to find creative ways to entertain their residents.
It's not only keeping them physically healthy, but it is a day-to-day treatment plan just to keep them mentally healthy.
Well, one of the challenges with somebody in a nursing home is that they are limited in their abilities. This is another level of restriction on them, and it was unexpected.
Clinical Director for Stillwater's Family Counseling, Andy Cooper, says some residents can have a hard time adjusting to the changes, and this could lead to depression or feelings of grief. Jessica Biggs, the assistant director of nursing at Springdale Health and Rehab Facility, put together a plan to fight that.
Bird feeders for windows was passed around. That really stuck with me, and I thought, well, this is something that I can do.
Biggs reached out to several businesses to sponsor bird feeders at her nursing home. With the help of Sam's Club, RC Express, and personal contributions, Biggs was able to get roughly 300 bird feeders. Now residents at 5 nursing homes have bird feeders right outside their windows.
I get used to seeing these birds or these frequent visitors, and they look forward to it, and that's now become like a daily routine for them.
Cooper says nature has a way of bringing people a sense of peace during challenging times.
And give the elders an opportunity to be able to calm themselves and to be able to simply focus on beautiful creation around them.
I think everybody can agree that when you watch birds and then you listen to them, it just that being a part of nature is really a meditative process for them.
Biggs says she's focused on getting feeders to veterans' homes next and hopes the project continues to grow to fill nursing homes across the state. In Northwest Arkansas, Jesse Pierre, KNWA, Northwest Arkansas News.
What a wonderful way to spread joy during such a difficult time. Coming up next, we'll have your top headlines, plus Chief Meteorologist Dan Scott joining us with another look at his forecast when we come back.
KNWA News is brought to you by Pascal Air Plumbing and Electric.
When you need to stay home sick, we can deliver to you. When you can't leave a busy day at work, we can deliver there too. When you need to take it easy, we can make that trip for you. Or when you need one less place to go today, we're ready to head your way. When you need us, call us. We're ready to be your hometown pharmacy. Call your drugstore at 442-6262 or find us online at callyourdrug.com.
In these uncertain times, look after yourself, your family, your friends. But know when it comes to your finances, we are here for you.
What can I do for you today?
Take a look at the portfolio and make adjustments.
I'm free to chat if you have any more questions.
Our JP Morgan advisors are working from home to help guide you through this. For more than 200 years, we've helped our clients navigate historic challenges. And we will get through this one together.
At Tucker's Furniture and Appliance, we're doing our part to keep our customers and staff safe and healthy. We're practicing social distancing. We've increased our sanitizing procedures. We now offer private shopping experiences and contactless delivery. And today, everything's on sale with 0% financing for 18 months. Be smart, be safe, and buy local. Tucker's Furniture and Appliance. We're here for you.
Now, your Weather Authority forecast with Chief Meteorologist Dan Scott.
Yesterday, Easter Sunday, was a volatile day across the southeastern U.S. Now, we had our own storms that moved in, but here is a satellite radar loop of the intense storms that developed throughout the morning into the afternoon. And when we put all the storm reports on here, you're just going to be amazed at how many damage reports, tornadoes there were. And some of these tornadoes were strong, violent, long track, and unfortunately, this is an extremely deadly weather event across the southeastern U.S. Lots of damage, and some towns just completely obliterated, and you can see all of those wind damage reports as that intense line moved east. Look at that. That is incredible. And yeah, we had our own storms around here in the River Valley especially, but thankfully we really honestly dodged a bullet for the most part. Lower 30s overnight tonight. We go from severe to winter as we have the potential for a little bit of a light snow accumulation. You can see those snow chances getting up to about 40%. Now, we warm up on Wednesday, and Thursday we're even warmer, and then we've got rain and storm chances. And River Valley forecast, little less chance of a wintry mix. Jennifer, Chad, back to you.
Couple cool ones ahead. Thanks, Dan. Now here are today's Just Home headlines. Arkansas sees its largest increase of COVID-19 cases in a 24-hour period. 130 new cases are reported. That's since Sunday, bringing the total number of positive cases to 1,410 in the state. Of those cases, at least 74 people are in a hospital. That's 8 more than reported yesterday. 28 COVID-19 patients are on a ventilator, and 1 new death is reported, bringing the death toll to 30 here in Arkansas. 391 people have been listed as recovered, and more than 19,000 people have tested negative. Keep an eye on your bank accounts this week. Tens of millions of Americans will get coronavirus stimulus payments by Wednesday. The Trump administration says the first payments will be to people who filed tax returns in 2019 or 2018 and received funds via direct deposit. Paper checks should go out starting in early May. If you need help putting food on the table, the Northwest Arkansas Food Bank is hosting its first ever pop-up mobile food pantry. It's tomorrow at the Salvation Army of Northwest Arkansas in Fayetteville, starting at 10 and going through noon or until supplies last. More on these stories tonight on KNWA News at 6, or download our KNWA News app for all the latest headlines we're covering. It is free in the App Store and on Google Play. During this time of separation, people are finding creative ways to come together. Hear how neighbors are checking in on one another when we come back.
You first, always, at First National Bank, with locations in Rogers, Bentonville, Springdale, Johnson, and Fayetteville.
Storm season is upon us, and while you're stuck inside, Brown's Tree Care is here to help keep your house and family safe during trying times. Voted Best of Bentonville 2 years in a row, Brown's Tree Care has the skills and equipment needed to help you with your dead tree, hanging limbs, and storm damage cleanup. We're still here and ready to serve our community, keeping Northwest Arkansas safe for almost 60 years. Trim it down with Brown. Call today for a free estimate.
Hi, this is Travis Tollett from Williams Tractor. Spring is here, and now is the perfect time to upgrade your life with the Hustler zero-turn lawnmower.
The Hustler Super Z stands apart with the acclaimed VX4 deck technology and unmatched hydraulics. At speeds up to 14 miles per hour and an 11.7-gallon fuel tank, you'll enjoy the incredible productivity of the Hustler Super Z.
Come in today and find our entire line of Hustler zero-turn mowers at any of our Northwest Arkansas locations. Williams Tractor, proudly serving our customers since 1973.
When we face adversity, we find a way through it. It's about taking care of each other. It's the small parts that make a big difference. At Chevy, we promise to do ours. We're offering current Chevy owners OnStar Crisis Assist services and complimentary Wi-Fi data. If you need a new Chevy, interest-free financing for 84 months with deferred payments for 120 days on many of our most popular models. You may even shop online and take delivery at home where available. It's just our way of doing our part.
For over 80 years, Nissan has been with you through thick and thin. And now is no different. We're offering payment options for current owners. Our service departments are here to help. And now we're offering more help. No payments for 3 months, plus we'll cover your payments for up to 2 additional months. Or get 0% financing for up to 84 months on 13 models. This is help when you need it.
Protect yourself and others against COVID-19. Watch KNWA News.
A unique phenomenon sweeping through Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, it's very interesting. People in the community howling at the moon at 8 p.m. Take a listen. Having a lot of fun. She's got some followers there. Across the country, people are howling or even banging on pans and making music in their neighborhoods. There's even a Facebook page called Go Outside and Howl at 8 p.m. It's a way to show we're all in this together, navigating our way through being home and supporting each other during this pandemic. And thank you to Dustin Thompson, Jen Cozens, and Sarah Price for sharing these videos with us. Oh, that dog looks so happy, just wagging his tail and just howling away.
He's got friends out there. Now we can talk to him. If you want to check out more positive stories like this, head to our website, nwahomepage.com. That's our time here at 5. We will see you back for KNWA News at 6.
That's right. Have a good evening and stay safe.